What's up guys, Nate again, and today I wanted to share my collection of Nintendo handhelds. As some of you may know, I'm a big fan of handheld games, and I've got quite a few systems here because I'm terrible and I never trade any in. I just kind of keep them around for whatever reason, that collector mentality I suppose, but kind of got something from the entire range of Nintendo handhelds, so I'll get right into it. So first we have the Mario Brothers Game & Watch. This box has seen some better days, unfortunately, but it is almost as old as I am, so not too bad, I guess, considering. The system inside is in pretty nice shape. Some minor scratches on the front, but I was really stoked to find this for the price I found it at. I don't want to collect a lot of these because they are really, really expensive now. This one goes for quite a bit more than what I paid, but it's a lot of fun. Not much else to say. It's an LCD game, but along the same lines, I have the Club Nintendo Game & Watch Ball, which I've shown off in a separate video. I'm not going to take out every system because that'll take forever, and I'm lazy. But you can see it on the front. That's what it looks like. This one's never been played, actually. It still has the little battery tab in there. I'm going to keep it as minty as I can, just because I think it's a cool little relic from Club Nintendo. And one of the cooler prizes, actually. I'm surprised they made these. I guess keeping with the LCD theme, not really in any chronological order, but I have this Mini Classics Zelda game. I think the batteries are dead, so I can't really remember how it plays, but probably not very well. I also have these two. These are all three from 1998. These are still sealed. The Super Mario Brothers and Mario Cement Factory. I think I've seen those reissued at GameStop recently, at least the Super Mario Brothers one. There might be a Donkey Kong as well, I'm not sure, but I want to say it's almost the exact same packaging and everything. So if you're interested in these, I think you can still pick these up at GameStop. Up next I have this Star Fox LCD watch. I guess this counts as a handheld. I mean, you wear it on your wrist and play it with one hand, so the game is awful. Really not good. But it's a really cool watch. Not that I'll wear it, but see, whatever. Also have one for Tetris. A little bit better because Tetris suits itself more to an LCD screen. But pretty cool little pieces. These are both from this one's from 1990, and the Star Fox one was from 93. And now that those are out of the way, we have the Game Boy. And not much to say about the Game Boy. It's a classic. Everybody knows the Game Boy. It's awesome. I don't have a Game Boy Pocket, but I do have a Game Boy Color. This is the transparent purple. What do they call it? Atomic purple? Yeah, Atomic Purple edition. I was a really big fan of this. Was the first Game Boy I ever owned, actually. Like I said, I had a Game Gear growing up, but really was a big fan of the Game Boy Color. Next up, I have a trio of Game Boy Advance SPs. Up first is a regular silver. This one has actually never been played, never been opened. The box is still sealed. It came as part of a bundle. I don't remember which bundle it was, but my friend gave it to me. You can see the tabs are still sealed on each end. Probably keep it that way because I don't really need another Game Boy Advance opened, but really cool to have one that's never been touched. And then we have the Game Boy Advance SP 101 model, or the AGS 101 model, sorry. This one has the brighter backlit screen. It's way nicer than the original model of the SP. Not much else to say. This is probably my preferred screen on the Game Boy Advances. And then we have the classic NES series Game Boy Advance, which I would love to take the screen from this one and put into this one because I love the aesthetic of this handheld, the NES theme and everything. But I don't know if I'm quite comfortable doing that mod. I've heard the ribbon cable in the hinge is kind of a bitch. That's the only part I'm really concerned about. But maybe one day I'll get brave enough to tackle it. So after the Game Boy Advance, we had the Game Boy Micro. This is the Japanese Game Boy Micro from the 20th anniversary of Mario. This box is really awesome. I'm a big fan of it. The Bowser World from Mario 1. And underneath some of the graphics. I really like this handheld too. The screen is super tiny, but little Mario graphics on the back there. But really, it's really comfortable. It plays really great, and the screen is super sharp and crisp. I'm a really big fan of this, despite it being a little little small. Next we have the original fat Nintendo DS. This is the original launch model that came with the Metroid Prime Hunters demo. I bought the DS the day it came out, and I got it with Super Mario 64, and I'm pretty sure that's the only game I bought at launch. But I played the shit out of Super Mario 64 on the DS. There was actually a mini game on there. It had a lot of little touchscreen DS mini games. There was one where you knock Koopa shells from the bottom screen to the top screen. It's kind of like we called it Koopa shell bowling because it kind of was like, I don't know, the shells bounce around and you get points. But I played that probably more than I played Super Mario 64. And that's what I used the DS for most of the first 6 or 7 months, was to play that stupid Koopa shell bowling game. I still go back to it sometimes because it's a lot of fun. I traded in my original Fat DS when the Mario Kart version came out because I just like variant systems, and I was going to get Mario Kart DS anyway, so I went ahead and picked this one up. This one came with some decals for whatever reason. I don't remember why, but I think I put some on my system. Oh yeah, it's just like a little Mario sticker. Came with a little Mario Kart DS strap. I also came with a little keychain, which is broken, but it has like a little Mario Kart DS logo. But I don't know why I made that upgrade. It was the exact same system, just red with some stickers. So the real upgrade for me was the Nintendo DS Lite. This kind of made the DS way more aesthetically pleasing. The screens were a little brighter, I believe. Just overall, it was a nicer looking system, despite it not being quite as hefty in build quality as the original DS. This was prone to hinge snaps. Luckily, I never had that issue, but sorry, I'm getting twittered behind me. But really a good upgrade. For some reason, I skipped out on the DSi. This is my wife's, actually. This is one of the first handhelds she bought in a really long time. I guess I talked her into a DS when we first met. So she picked up the DSi and was really a fan of it, and I started to play with it too. And I really liked the matte finish, and I don't know, just the overall look of it was just really clean. And I kind of wish they'd go back to that matte finish on the DSs, because I think the glossiness, to me, it looks kind of cheesy. I don't know. I would, and the fingerprints show up. Much prefer the matte finish on the DSi. And after the DSi was the DSi XL, which I also skipped out on. I picked this up a couple of years ago for quite a bit cheaper, but I wanted the 25th anniversary Mario edition, and got a copy of Mario Kart DS with it as well. Not much else to say. This screen is huge. After playing an XL, I knew I had to have any other Nintendo handhelds in that size from now on, because I can't go back to the small screens, which makes the micro screen look ridiculously small in comparison. Really big fan of the DSi XL. Again, I skipped it when it first came out, but I got my first taste of it through a friend, and then went on to the 3DS XL and such. And up next we have the original 3DS. This is the Cosmo Black edition. I picked this up at launch for $249, and to me it was never really a big deal. The price tag seemed fair. I had enough games for me to play at the time, and I knew more were coming. I trust Nintendo to take care of me as far as games go. But probably my favorite handheld now, not this variant, but the 3DS family, is probably my favorite Nintendo handheld ever. After that one, I upgraded to the 3DS XL. Actually, the first one I got was the blue one, because I never had a black. I really wanted the black, but this didn't come out till 6 months later, so I bought the blue one. I used it for a while, then I traded it in and got a black one. I've spent so much fucking money on 3DSs, it's ridiculous, but like I said, it's my favorite system, so I don't really mind. But probably won't do that anymore now that the baby's here. Probably just pick one and stick with it for a while. Then I got the Zelda edition. Loved this game, loved this system. Probably my favorite of the 3DS limited editions. I love the black on gold. I wasn't really a fan of the gold on the inside. I kind of wish it was black on the inside, but whatever, what are you going to do? Finally, we have the new 3DS XL. This is the Majora's Mask version. Aside from the glossiness, my favorite handheld ever. I love everything about it, but the glossiness, not too keen on, but I deal with it, I suppose. Anyways, I guess I'll quit rambling. I also have the Virtual Boy, if that counts as a handheld. It's sitting over there, but I don't count it as a portable or a handheld. It's a decoration, if anything. So, anyways, guys, that's pretty much all my Nintendo handhelds. I'm looking for a regular GBA in the box. If anybody has one for sale, let me know. I know they're not hard to find. I sold mine a long time ago. I used to have like 2 or 3 of them. Now I have none. I don't know where they went or what happened to them, but I'd like to get another one just to complete that out, and maybe a Game Boy Pocket and a Game Boy Lite, just to complete the families. But other than that, I think I'm pretty covered. But anyways, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Take it easy.